Hello, Facebook friends. It's really funny saying Facebook. It's like I know you all, but I have to say Facebook as a collective because that's the platform I'm using. So I've just swiped off here the comments just in case anyone does comment and I don't respond, just so I can get on with it, really. I was talking to a really amazing friend of mine today. I love this guy because we just laugh so much. We have this friendship where it doesn't matter what either of us are doing in life. Like we'll always find like common ground and laugh about it. So we're in completely two different businesses. We were once in the same business a couple of times. You will know who you are when I mention this, but something that he said to me today is that he is one of the first people that bought my ebook that I've released recently on manifesting and attracting more money into your life. And it was quite funny. He said he hasn't done it yet because he's been really busy, which I completely respect. And I urge anyone who has purchased the book, who wants to really make it work. It is a matter of immersing into 5 days. It's 5 days, 5 tasks, 5 days, 6 steps, because there's a audio that's with it as well. But I encourage you to immerse into it because it's like, this is a huge deal. The knowledge and the teachings that I bring forth, it's a huge deal. It's not just a read a book and think it's going to work. It's not like that. It's definitely something, blockages have been there for eons, and it does take a lot of shifting emotionally, shifting mentally to actually get any results. That's what transformation is. Anyways, back to what I was saying, is that we were talking before, and he said that I haven't done the book yet, but I am going to do it next week. But I have to say, even a couple of tasks that I have just like done a little bit of, I've experienced a lot of opportunities, or some opportunities coming forth. And he was like, I really think it is actually because of those tasks. So the reason why I say wealth in the heading of this video is because wealth can be anything to anyone. It doesn't have to be money. Like, money is such a common thing. Obviously, money creates more freedom. Money creates more ease. And everybody at the end of the day wants money and ease. For me, my currency is love. It always has been. Like, I know that I am the most wealthiest I have ever been in my life. I have everything I want and need because I have the most incredible love of my life. So wealth can be anything, and the law of attraction doesn't discriminate against anything. Just because you want love over money, or you want health over love, the same energy is circulating. That is what it is. So I'm going to start with law of attraction. What is law of attraction to anyone that's jumping on who doesn't really know or knows and would like oh yeah, I'd like to hear your point of view. Law of attraction is the law above all laws. There is no law that exists on our earth plane that is higher and more powerful than the law of attraction. It's like gravity. Like, law of attraction is like gravity, but stronger, because gravity can be defied by mechanics. So we have planes, we have hot air balloons, but they won't stay in the air unless they have, a motor and fuel. So we've defied gravity in some way. The law of attraction is a law that cannot be defied. It's based on the emanation, or the vibration that we're always emanating. And whether you believe it or not, we're always emanating a vibration. That's truth. That's fact. It's always happening. The only time we're not is when we're dead, and our vibration lessens when we're asleep, but we're still emanating. So knowing this, having known this for a really long time, and understanding that this law is actually designed to work for us, and it is always working for us. We are in charge of how it works for us. So what is manifesting? So I could go into more detail about this, but this video is for those who really get it. So if you're not really getting it, that's okay. eventually in your lifetime you will. Manifesting is being able to manipulate the law of attraction so it works for you. Here is an example, right? Let's say, and everybody's experienced this to some degree, when you've thought about someone, you haven't seen them in a while, and you're like, yeah, I wonder what they're up to, or just even just a thought or in conversation. And next minute, they've either messaged you or you've seen them somewhere and you go, whoa, mind blows, because you're like, holy crap, I was just thinking of you the other day. I love using that example because it's such a common example. We're like, I just thought about you. That is just the weirdest thing. And like we authentically, our mind is blown. That is the law of attraction in action. So what the law is that whatever vibration we're emanating, it will come back to us. That is just, it's like cycle of energy. You cannot defy this. This is non-defiable. So in saying that, manifesting is being able to manipulate this law so it works for you. And this is what I geek out on. Now, with the release of the ebook that I have just, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But there are some hacks in there that I'm going to share with you that you can implement straight away. So you too can experience, what this is like. So, and by the way, there are so many people that are receiving amazing results from this. So tune in if this is something that you really need in your life right now. Tune in right now. Grab a pen, grab a paper if you want to write some tips down, to get some notes. But I am going to simplify it for you and make it really easy to understand, because this stuff is can be really easy to understand. Number one, and you hear it over and over again, practice gratitude and appreciation. Now, layman's terms, I'm going to put it in a way where you can understand it, because if someone, says to me, back, not long ago, it's like, you got to be grateful for it. It's such a phrase that is it's such a common phrase, but do you really understand how to take yourself mentally and emotionally to that place instantaneously? So we all say it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm really grateful for this water bottle. I'm so grateful for this. But do you really understand the difference between saying it from just saying it to really actually emanating the gratefulness? Because the universe doesn't hear what we're saying. It feels what we're emanating. Do you get it? You can't just say, I am grateful for my life, and not actually feel it, because the universe is not getting that. It's not catching that. The universe will not catch it. So I'm going to put being grateful and appreciation in a way so you can understand how to take yourself to that place so you're emanating it on a genuine level. My way of teaching my people, my tribe, is to go to the place of appreciation and gratitude, is to think about what it was like before having it. Example, my job, or a job, anyone's job. Think about your job right now, okay? Think about it, and think about sometimes you think about it, you get frustrated with it, or whatever, you're wanting to be somewhere else. And obviously sometimes your job is just your segue to get to bigger, better things, right? We all have massive dreams, and that's okay. But you have to understand that you have to find appreciation in your job. Your job is not a thorn in your side. It's not just to get some money, just to pay your bills. Oh, it's just to pay the bills. No, that's going to get you nowhere thinking that way. You have to think about the time before you had the job. For me, there was a time, a whole year, where I was pretty much homeless and had no job. So I go to my job now, and yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. I make coffee. I love making coffee, but of course I have bigger dreams and I love it. But if I was to go, oh gosh, I have to go to work tomorrow, or it's just paying the bills, what you're emanating is, yuck, and that is what's going to continue to come back to you. But if you can genuinely think about the time you didn't have a job and how hard life was before you had the job, you automatically, by default, go to the place of appreciation. You go to a place of appreciation. Your car. Yeah, you might want a better car. You might be like, I'm ready for a better car. But one mistake is to look at your car like it's not serving you right now. It's like, oh, you know, I do want a better car. You have to look at your car and go, fuck, I love this car because I remember what it was like before I didn't have a car. So you have to really, to go to the place of appreciation and gratitude, you have to intentionally remember what life is like without it. People in your life, remember, like, even if you have like, you know, people that annoy you right now, but remember you still love them to some degree. Family, that's a great example. Imagine what life is like without them. And then you automatically go to the place of gratitude. So, secondly, so that was number one. Number one is appreciation and gratitude. Live by that. Go to that place by remembering what life was like without them, without your job, without your car, without that small amount of money that you may be receiving from Centrelink. Imagine what life was like without it. I hear a lot of people about Centrelink. Oh, it's Centrelink. Far out. Like, that is just like something to be totally grateful for. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, there you are. So that was number one. If you're just jumping on now, you'll have to rewind and get that number one tip. Number two, huge one, clean your spaces. Massive, massive thing. Energy is energy, and energy needs space. It needs clear space to be in. So it is like, you can feel energy. Energy is tangible. If you walk into a room and someone's just had a fight and they're not talking, you know something's up because you can feel the energy, right? It's a real thing. We all know it. We say it. Oh, I like that person's energy. Oh, I like the energy of that place. Yeah, we get it. So don't discount your ability to understand how tangible energy is. And energy needs places to flow. So here is my big tip. Clean your room. Keep it clean. Clean your car. Keep it clean. Clean out your wallet. So if you're having troubles with keeping money, not even just having money come in, but definitely keeping it, you need to understand that money needs place to circulate. So big one, go into your wallet, to your purse, to your handbag right now and take out all of the old receipts, old bank cards, old anything, coffee cards that you don't use, vouchers that are expired. Take them out, throw them away, give your wallet some space. And then once you've done that, first and foremost, you're going to feel amazing because you're like, oh, how light is that? You'll get it. Your inner being will get it once you've experienced the cleanliness of it. And then put a big note in there. So a $50 note or a $100 note, something like that. Put it in your wallet, nice and crisp, and don't spend it. But know that that came from somewhere of abundance. If you have a 50 to put in there, obviously you're abundant somewhere, and that is a great thing. Every time you open your clean wallet, you see it, your automatic default thought subconsciously would be like, I have money. Yeah. And what does that do? That then generates the emotion that will emanate. I have money. I have money. I have money. It is the law of attraction. It is a thing. Just because you're not seeing it right there and then, this exchange, it is happening. So it's a huge one. Get clean. Just clear out everything. Feel good about it. Just make some space. Number three, the last life hack, is stop being so clingy to your expectation. So this is a huge one because there's so many, we are so imaginative and it's beautiful. But again, like I said before, the law of attraction works on emanation and feeling. It can feel what we want. It won't exactly know what we want. Okay, we can definitely guide it. We can direct it, but it will work on how you feel. The perfect example is I've just watched a trailer for a movie. It's an Indian movie. It's a brand new one, and no, it's not. It's actually not. But my partner showed me this movie, and it's called Dangal, and it's about this guy who he's a wrestler in India, and he had this big dream because he's a champion wrestler, and all he wanted to do was win gold for his country. For him, like, he imagined winning gold for this country, and that would like make his life completely, like, totally complete. So what happens is that his society, his family, and everyone was like, no, you're not going to get there. It's not a great career path. You're not going to do it. And so he eventually goes, okay, maybe not. He won silver for the country, but he never got to gold. His wife is pregnant at the time, and he's expecting to have a boy. And he's like, I'm going to teach my boy everything he needs to know about wrestling, and my boy is going to win gold. 4 daughters later, or something like that, 4 daughters later, he's completely lost it. He's like, what has just happened? His whole life, everything, he just thought, nah, everything's going to go to crap. Life is crap, because he never got to reach his goal. Little does he know at the time is that his daughters are actually quite talented in wrestling naturally. So to cut a long story short, eventually he figures out that his daughters are actually hugely talented, and they become the champions. So he was stuck on this notion that his son was going to win, like his son was going to win gold for him. But eventually the universe was like gifted him with girls who were even better. So stop clinging to your expectations. So get into visualizing, understand and get clarity on what you want. Because when you attach to what you want, that thrills you, that like this visualization, whether it is a car, whether it is a beautiful big home, whether it is like a whole lot of money that's going to take you on a holiday, whatever you want, go to that place in your visualizations. Go to it. Take yourself there, because what you'll be emanating is going to be exactly what you're asking for. What you're emanating will be the end result, what you're asking for. And what happens, the universe catches that, and then the law of attraction will bring you that, and it'll bring it back to you even better than you can imagine. So you have to understand, you've got to let go of the expectation and trust that the universe, the law of attraction, will deliver on its promise on what you want the end result to be in your emotions. So I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please send them through to me. I love this stuff, and I'm so happy to help with anyone. There is one more thing that I thought about that I really wanted to share with you, but I've completely forgotten it. Hey! Oh, now everything is coming up on my screen. Oh, thanks, Emma. I love you so much. So yeah, like, this stuff is real. If you believe it, that's great. If you don't believe it, that's great too, because eventually it'll come along in your life. And I really hope that's helped anything. Please take this, do this stuff. It really is the real deal. Like, there's so much happening in my life and so many people's lives, and why not? Like, it's free to do this. It's kind of like, it's like manipulate the law of attraction to work for you, because life, every single person that is wealthy, that is affluent on this earth plane has tapped into this. They understand this, they know this as the law. So if you can really accept that it is the law, it is a law that you can't define, that you can manipulate, the world is your oyster. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I've totally forgotten what I was gonna say, which I know was super important, but that's okay. I'll jump on another time and share that at some time. Anyways, I will talk to everybody really soon. Please shoot me anything that you need. I love you, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to speak to you again.